Welcome to one of the first steps of becoming a Bethel University student. You are about to embark on one of the most important and exciting events in your life, helping you reach your goals and see what God has planned out for you.
The pre-registration form we're introducing to you is actually very simple and very important, as we work together to help you create your academic plan and your upcoming class schedule.
Although it would be perfect if you could create a schedule where you could take all the classes that you want. As with all universities, we only have so many spots in our classes and so many available classes. One of the great strengths about Bethel is regardless of the initial classes you end up taking, all of your credits are going to go towards your graduation requirement. In addition, all of our professors are outstanding faculty who care deeply about you and your overall success. Beginning with that very first time they meet you in the classroom to the time they stand and acknowledge you crossing the graduation stage.
You can see your name is already on the form, so in a sense, we already know you. You are not and never will be just a number at Bethel. In fact, one of the purposes of taking the time to accurately fill out the form is that it allows us to connect you with the varying departments, offices, and support services that you might need. So this form will ask you to tell us a few things about your experiences and your interests.
Let's start by identifying the number of credits you would like to take for your first semester at Bethel. The number of credits for each course tells you how many hours you will be in class. An average student load for the first semester is about 14 or 15 credits. Some people take more, some people take less. You should plan on about 2 to 3 hours of homework or study for each hour you are in class. It is really up to you to decide how many credits to take, but 12 credits is required to be considered a full-time student.
Bethel offers a lot of different opportunities to get involved in co-curriculars and curriculars on campus, such as music, theater, forensics, and athletics. These activities are a great way to get involved on campus and to develop the gifts that God has given you. These activities impact the way that we register you for classes because we do not want to overlap practice times with course registration. So please let us know what your plans are in terms of being involved with those co-curriculars and curricular activities at Bethel.
One of the primary reasons that you go to college is to pursue your visions and dreams and to prepare yourself for your career, calling, and vocation. It would be helpful for us to know what you're thinking about majoring and minoring in. Please realize that it's perfectly fine if you don't know at this point. And just so you're aware, most students change their majors multiple times between this point and graduation. That's what college is all about, finding out your strengths and interests. And a great way of doing that is by trying out different classes. And often that might be trying out classes from different departments. You usually know what you're interested in pretty quickly in an area of study by the time you finish that first class. This is why taking classes just for fun in a particular area of study is actually a really good idea. Your general education courses will also help you explore different areas of study, but we'll talk about that more later.
So as you make your selections in the majors and minors section, please do fill it out carefully, but also don't sweat it. You will find out a lot in your first semester. However, if you either know your major or are thinking about an area, this is very helpful for us to know. We will create your first semester courses based on your choices, and we'll look at the academic plans in the majors or minors you selected. So also give us a feel for your level of certainty with the majors you select. If you are unsure about your major, it's perfectly fine to choose the selection, "No, I'm undecided about my major." However, if you are interested in some majors, please do choose one or two majors rather than choosing undecided. Then we can look at these programs and choose courses to get you started and help you decide.
Are you considering going on to professional school after Bethel, like medical school or law school? If so, choose yes, and then select from the list below of the type of preparation you want to receive while you're at Bethel. There are many different pathways to these professional programs. Students from almost every major have gone on to law school, medical school, and seminary. So choose the option that seems like the best fit for you right now, but don't worry if you need to change your mind later. We have great faculty advisors and an Office of Career Development and Calling who are available to help you learn more about graduate school and other professional opportunities. So tell us what you're considering so we can connect you to the right resources.
So how does Bethel make sure you're prepared for all the things you might want to do in your life? It's called General Education, or Gen Ed for short. Not only that, we believe we have one of the strongest and best integrated general education programs available. So what is Gen Ed? The best way to explain it is that Bethel prepares you to think critically, to engage in a culturally diverse and global world, and to learn how to work well with others. And it enables you to express your thoughts, ideas, and passions through writing and speaking. In other words, the general education program enables you to be the kind of person that employers are looking for and that our global society needs.
When you graduate, having completed the general education curriculum, you'll not only have a clearer sense of who you are, but you will have developed into a mature, educated individual who knows what you believe, why you believe it, and be able to communicate that to others around you.
One of the areas that all Bethel students take courses in is in Bible and theology. Many students use electives to take additional courses in Bible and theology. The number of credits that you bring with you will determine the number of Bible credits you will be required to take. It is helpful for us to know a bit about your Bible background and how much you know and understand about the Bible. So please choose one of the statements in the drop-down box that will give us an indication of how much Bible you know. This is also the place to tell us if you are a PSEO student in your first year at Bethel, because we will need to wait to put you in a Bible course until after the completion of your first year.
The next section is about 2 different ways that you can complete your first and second year Gen Ed courses. The first is called Quilt, and the second is called the Humanities Program. At Bethel, we understand that students are unique in the ways that they learn, in the strengths that they bring, and in the interests that they have. So we want to be mindful of engaging you in ways that are meaningful to you. Some students may feel confused about which option to choose, but don't worry. Let us help define these options for you.
QUILT is an acronym for the 5 courses you will take if you choose this option. C for Christianity and Western Culture, or CWC. W for Writing through the course College Writing. I for Introduction to Creative Arts. L for Contemporary Western Life and Thought course. And T for a theology course. Here is a quick overview of the courses if you choose the QUILT option. You will take a total of 5 courses, 3 in your first year and 2 in your second, in a flexible order with each course focused on a single area of study. The classes that are taken the first year are Christianity and Western Culture, College Writing, and Intro to the Creative Arts. During your second year, you will take your L course and Christian Theology.
The Humanities program covers these same areas of study, but instead of taking 5 separate courses in 5 different areas, you'll take 4 courses where those areas of study are integrated together. So for example, in Quilt, you'll take a separate course on the history of Western civilization and on the arts, while in the Humanities program, those 2 topics will be integrated together along with writing and theology. In the Humanities program, you'll take 1 of these integrated courses in your first fall, interim, and spring, and you'll take the 4th integrated course during fall of your second year. Some students who are transferring in a course like College Writing wonder whether there's one option that's a better fit for them. Maybe it's helpful to think about it this way. If you're one of these types of students, in the Quilt option, you'll end up taking 4 courses instead of 5. Well, in the Humanities program, you'll still just take 4 courses.
The important thing is that you choose a program that fits how you'd like to learn. In the Quilt program, you'll focus more on taking tests and quizzes. In the Humanities program, you'll focus more on reading full texts and writing papers throughout the semester. Both programs feature off-campus visits to concerts, theaters, and museums, and both are taught by passionate and dedicated faculty. Both of these are great programs, and students enjoy them both. So let us know which one you prefer and how strongly you feel about that choice.
We want to make sure that your first semester at Bethel gets off to a great start. One of the ways that we do this is through a course called Introduction to the Liberal Arts, or ILA for short. In this half-semester course, you'll ask questions such as, what does it mean to be a part of a Christian learning community? What does it mean to study the liberal arts? You'll also ask questions such as, what are my goals and what steps can I take to accomplish them? But you will also learn some very practical things, such as time management or how to register for courses for the next semester. While we think it's a good idea for every student to take ILA, you have the option not to enroll in the course if you're bringing in 14 or more credits to Bethel, unless you're enrolled in the PSEO program.
Are you a transfer student? We have a special course for you, Introduction to Life at Bethel. This is a special way to connect with other transfer students and to become familiar with special support services at Bethel. Regardless, You'll have to make a choice between whether you'll take Introduction to the Liberal Arts or Introduction to Life at Bethel. So take a look at the drop-down menu and choose the class that fits you best.
So we have seen some of the courses that you will be taking as part of your Gen Ed. Bible and Theology, Quilts and Humanities, Intro to Liberal Arts, and Introduction to Life at Bethel. There's another type of Gen Ed that we haven't talked about yet, and those are the Gen Ed category courses. Gen Ed category courses have the same goals and outcomes, but they span a variety of different subjects. These category courses afford you the opportunity to look at the world differently and to find out different ways to solve problems. There are lots of different options for meeting your Gen Ed category course requirements. For example, you could fulfill a requirement by taking a course in psychology, communication studies, or even theater. These courses are also great opportunities to explore areas you might be interested in. Each of these Gen Ed category courses has a name associated with it, like Nature of Persons or Laboratory Science. And you'll also notice that each of these courses has a letter associated with it.
On this form, we've given you the name of each of the Gen Ed categories that you may take in this first semester. On the form, you will tell us your preferences for a topic for a course in each category. We'll look at the courses you may be transferring in, your major, your areas of interest, and then from there, we'll select courses that we think will get you off to a great start.
When you get to the second language option, please tell us which language you'd like to study at Bethel. Then tell us whether you've studied that language before. Tell us how many years in high school you studied this language and give us an estimate of your grades. We'll use this information to make sure you're placed into the correct level for studying that language.
Once you have completed the language questions, it is time to move on and identify a few more topics in the general education categories. That will tell us how to put together a schedule that is a good fit with your interests.
Along with the Gen Ed curriculum that allows you to expand your horizons and study and think of new areas, you can also do this by exploring electives. We have listed a few types of electives, so let us know which ones interest you.
Many of you are coming in with different types and numbers of credits that you worked really hard on over the past few years, and we want to make sure that you receive credit for them. Filling out this section of pre-registration as accurately as possible is especially important for class placement during your first semester at Bethel. It's also important for you to receive the college transfer credits that you've already earned.
Regarding advanced placement or AP exams, please carefully go through the form and select which exams you have or will be taking. Some students take CLEP exams to receive credit for a class. If you've done this, please list for us each CLEP exam that you have taken. Have you been in an International Baccalaureate or IB program? If so, please list that for us as well.
Will you be transferring in credits from another college or university to Bethel? If so, be sure to submit your official final transcripts to Bethel. Regardless of whether you took college credits through a PSEO program, through College in the Schools, or in any other way, we need to know about all of the credits that you've taken at another school. And we can't stress the importance enough of having you send the official transcripts to Bethel as soon as possible. Regardless of what students might think, universities don't automatically send transcripts to new schools. And because of privacy issues, we can't request them. So we'll need you to initiate the process from every school that you completed credits at to send the official transcripts to Bethel. Simply contact the registrar's office from the places where you have credits, and there'll be a process for you to complete. There's likely a place directly on the website where you can request the transcript. You probably don't even have to leave home to do it.
If you're currently enrolled in a college class that is not yet completed, please fill in the name of the university. Once you've completed the class, fill out a request for an official transcript to be sent to Bethel University. Because we want to make sure all your transfer credits are identified, please fill in the name of the university where you're taking classes. Then tell us the name of the courses that you are taking. And finally, tell us how many total credits you will be bringing to Bethel. This includes AP and CLEP tests and the courses you've taken at other colleges.
This next part of the form is very straightforward. Please tell us if English is the primary language spoken in your home. Next, did you receive any special support in your high school or disability accommodations in another school? These two basic questions will put you well on your way to being successful and meeting the goals and visions you have for your future.
Thank you for taking the time to learn about the academic registration information form. Remember, this form is very important, so fill it out carefully. It will help us learn about you so we can build a good schedule as you start your first semester at Bethel.
Welcome to 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 Bethel.